everyone, welcome back to the Anime Iceberg. I'm Megan.
And I'm Meg.
And today we're talking about Dr. Stone, episode 58, Beyond the New World.
Yeah, this is season 3, episode 22. And summary of the episode: with the petrification device in the kingdom's hands, it's time to revive Tsukasa. But there's just one problem. The device is out of batteries.
Yes, and this is manga chapter 141, First Team, and 142, World Power.
Yeah, let's get into it. So the last episode, they were gonna revive Tsukasa, and at first Chrome is like super excited because he's like, oh yeah, we've got Dr. Stone, we've got the revival fluid and the petrification device. But then I think Ryusui. Yeah, Ryusui's like, Senku doesn't seem that excited, and he hasn't healed himself. And this is when Senku lets everybody know that he noticed that when Ibara was turned to stone, the device didn't work properly. It only went one meter
Like
instead
one
of,
and a half instead of 3 or something like
instead
that.
Instead of 5.
Oh, yeah.
And he concluded that it's running out of juice. Whatever juice it takes, they don't know. But
yes, and I think Kirasame kind of made a mental note of, like, that's why the master told them never release it over a wide area. So because Ibara released the Medusa over the entire island, now it's just, like, petering out. It's not gonna work forever.
Yeah. Which I honestly, I don't know, I kind of like that, because now they have, like, another... It's not just like, ooh, now we can just heal whoever gets hurt.
Yeah, and it's not like, magic either.
No.
This device is science, and, there's not limitless energy. That would be amazing if there was, but it has to come from something.
Yeah. Yep, so they're still going to try to use it one last time to petrify Tsukasa and then revive him. And it's, of course, a super sweet scene, because, like... The main crew and his sister, Mirai, all, like, put their hands over the device to, like, make sure the light is...
It's, like, pressed up against Tsukasa. Yeah, and in the manga, Senku says, optimistic or not, we gotta try. And if the beam whammies me too, then my injuries and cracks get fixed. So it's only logical.
Yep, but none of them got turned to stone. Just
yeah,
Tsukasa.
It was just enough to hit, like, Tsukasa's hands, I think, and then... spread over him.
Yeah. Yep, so he's been revived. And of course his sister's super happy, but I noticed, like, the reporter
Minami,
like, really likes him apparently, and I noticed Ruri was the one that was like, go say.
She, like, pushed her towards him. I liked how Minami's like, hey, family comes first.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't have time for me, but Ruri's like, just go say hi.
Yep. She, I think, is a bit older than him, right?
Yeah.
Because she's a reporter.
I don't know how much.
Like, wasn't
18 when he was petrified?
Yeah.
She could be like 3 years older.
Well, that's an impressive career then.
Yeah. I don't know. People in Japan, like, can go to vocational schools at young ages, so I think I heard that somewhere. Somebody fact check me. What age can you get careers in Japan?
Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. As long as she's not like 50.
Ugh. Brother, ew.
Anyway. Then Senku tells him that they're gonna invade the moon, and of course, and at first everybody's like, oh, Tsukasa's never fazed by anything. And
we're invading the moon. And he just does, like, a little spit take thingy. I don't know.
Yeah, well, he's just frozen in place. And they're like, just kidding. Even that's too much for him. But he immediately, like, assesses the situation and is like, oh, you need some bodyguards, and that's why you need me. And he, like, tries to apologize for what happened, and it's like, I can't believe you let me on your team. And I love Senku. He's like, dude, will you get over it? Like,
so you tried to kill some people, whatever.
Like, clearly Senku saved your life, bro. Like, yeah, of course he wants you. And then it's super cute because everybody's like, oh, Senku, you can't heal your scars now. But Gen comes in clutch, and he's like, you know what? It's not fair that Senku gets war paint and we don't. So they all redraw their marks, which I appreciate.
Yeah,
because I do like that.
Well, it's such a key visual for Dr. Stone.
Mm-hmm.
The only other show, and this came after Dr. Stone, that I can think of is Mashal, that has the face marks. But
yeah, they never explain those in that show.
They just say, like, it indicates how much magic you have? Or something? Like, how many indicates how much magic you have?
But
the Mash doesn't have any, so
he does have a mark, right? No, he drew it on. He drew it on. Never mind.
Yeah, but they're not cracks, because obviously he could just...
Yeah.
Anyway, in the manga, Gen has to step in to convince Tsukasa to wear the war paint. Won't you join us, dear Tsukasa? Or are you the type to whine about unsightly blemishes on your skin?
Yep. Of course he's gonna join them.
Yeah. United they stand.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And Senku's like, alright, on to the next step. World exploration.
World domination.
Honestly, kind of. They need to travel around the world and collect things that they need to get to space. Because obviously Japan doesn't have everything. But before that, we get this, I don't know, this really sweet moment of, like, Tsukasa being like, again, you betrayed me, and I regretted reviving you, but now I don't. And
kind of like I value you and your skills, and I'm sorry there was bad blood between us, kind of
yeah, it's
deal.
like a moment of reconciliation, which is sweet. And, like, I didn't, like, I wasn't like, oh, we needed that, but I appreciated it.
No, I think it meant a lot to Gen, though, to see his face, you know.
Yeah, and then Senku is putting everybody to work, and he gives Kasuki and Yuzuriha a special job. They gotta make a spaceship roadmap, and they go all out.
They make, like, a planetarium.
Yeah, with, like, the globe and then all the stops they need to make on them.
Yeah. I want to see more of this duo. They work so well together.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and then this is, like, when we learn a little bit more about the big plan that they're gonna revive people at each stop that they make, and basically build an army of workers for them to get them to space. And of course Ryusui, like, chimes in, is like, the first person to see land gets Dragos, and Tsukasa, of course, has no idea what's going on, and he's never met Ryusui, and everybody, like, ushers Ryusui away, and it's like, dude.
Yeah, Minami, in fact, is like, you know, I wasn't cool with you at first either, and now I see what a great guy you are. But Tsukasa, like, you're the exact type of personality that he hates, and, like, we can't bring greed back into the world, basically. And Ryusui has this, I don't know, it was a pretty convincing explanation about how he doesn't view money as greed. He views it as, like, sure, it can be a hindrance to some people, but it helps us pool our resources so we can achieve things together. Mm-hmm. So he kind of views it as an asset rather than, like, something we need to amass to be better than somebody else.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like in Dr. Stone, like, with this little conversation, and then also the thing with Gen and Tsukasa, like, they're bringing stuff back from, like, that happened earlier, and, like, we, like, to be honest, like,
resolved or
yeah, or, like, we like didn't even, like, maybe in the moment when those people, like, revived and were doing those things, they're like, oh yeah, that might matter, and then, like, we forget about it. But now it's like, no, we're gonna bring this back and resolve it. Yes, which is really nice.
And I think it's a good point to be resolved for Tsukasa, because he's listening in on Minami and Ryusui's conversation. And Ryusui basically, you know, shows his true colors, and he's like, I love all people, and I desire their skills and abilities. Well, he says he desires them, but I'm going to say what he actually means. I desire their skills and abilities, and to be, you know, in a community with them. So I think Tsukasa kind of gets to, I don't know, see a personality that's different than his, but not exactly wrong. And I think he's cool with it. And he and Ryusui could be friends.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I agree. We'll have to see and we'll have to watch and find out. Yeah, and then the end of the episode, we find out they're gonna head to the Americas for corn, meaning they need alcohol to get unlimited revival fluid.
Yes. I remember being really excited because by the end of that episode, when we watched it for the first time, you were still living in, like, Corn City.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, he's coming to you, Meg!
Yep. I mean, they already have unlimited revival fluid, but it takes a while to, like, make each...
Yeah. So they can make it when they need it, but if they want large quantities right away, they're going to have to find another method.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's where they're headed in the next season.
Yep. And this episode in the season covered all the way up to the end of Volume 16 of Dr. Stone, and there are two cute little side stories at the end. One is called F-A-A-N, or Fan, and it's all about Chrome thinking that he's invented the fan, and then Senku bursting his bubble. And then another side story is Kotatsu, and Senku wants to make a Kotatsu, but of course, everyone else is skeptical that he could make one of those in the stone world. But it ends up just being, like, a table with a blanket, and they put Kasaki in the middle, and, like, say inventions and make him all excited so that, he's like, steaming, and they're warming themselves under the blanket.
Yep. Yeah, we don't have too many extra things, except we have finally, now that the dub is finished, started Apothecary Diaries Season 2, which I'm pretty sure we will be making a bonus episode of both the seasons at some point. But, we are definitely on that bandwagon, and no getting off.
No. This is, you can tell how much we like it, because I've been enjoying it a lot, but I know Meg is super excited about it, because we'll sit down to maybe watch an episode or two, and then we'll be like, oh, we just watched 4.
Mm-hmm. Yep. We got plenty more to go, because we got 24 episodes of a shoujo, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's all we've got for this episode. So...
Oh, wait. Senku said...
Oops. Yeah, Senku did say, get excited 2 times, and of course... That was, like, his last line of season 2.
This is exhilarating. Get excited.
Yep. I feel like, at this point, he's ended each season.
And begun each season with that.
Yeah.
The this is exhilarating. Get excited one.
Yep.
Specifically.
Yep. Alright. Megan, what was your favorite line of the episode?
Mine was from Senku. There's healthy optimism, and then there's what you said. And what about you?
Mine's also from Senku when
they revived Tsukasa.
Yeah, when they revived Tsukasa and Tsukasa figured out why Senku revived him. He's like, "Hey, I'm impressed, Ice Pop. Really? That's 10 million% correct. You know I'm sick of seeing your darn face to revive you otherwise, right?" And then what did we learn this episode?
Even if there's only a small flicker of hope, take it.
And who pushed the story forward?
Senku, because his plan to revive Tsukasa worked. Which is, like, the only thing in Dr. Stone that has you going, I don't think so.
Yeah, he'd be dead. But, for the sake of the show, I'll accept it.
We'll just say that we don't yet understand the petrification process fully, so we don't have all the facts on the table to really know.
He wasn't petrified. He was frozen.
Yeah. No, I trust your judgment on that, but I'm just trying to, like, work it so my mind believes it a little bit better.
He be dead. But if you wanna find out why, go to
whatever episode
the last episode of season 2.
Yep.
Okay. That's all we've got. So we will be back next week with another episode.
All right. See ya.
Bye.